Do you need to file a quiet title after purchasing a tax sale foreclosure? Hi, this is Julia M. Spencer. I'm a real estate advisor, investor, and your #1 source for real estate advice online. Welcome here to the back patio of my parents' house here in Germany, where I'm visiting this summer. And I received a question today from a subscriber who's asking me, after purchasing my book on how to make money with tax sale foreclosures, if it's necessary for him to quiet the title on a property after purchasing it. And I wanted to briefly answer that. I did already answer him, but I wanted to answer it again with this video, so a maximum amount of people can benefit from the answer. Before I answer the question though, don't forget to go to my website. It's at the bottom of this video, juliamspencer.com. You can purchase this audiobook also. You can do it right now. It's called How to Make Money with Tax Sale Foreclosures. Just go on my website today and just do it right now. And you can also subscribe to my newsletter and you'll get valuable coupons and also periodic emails that I send out with some other cool info and stuff that I find that I then share with you. Now, don't take just my word for it. Check out my testimonials on my website, Julia M. Spencer. You can also check me out on YouTube, Twitter, linked, all kinds of other places, and subscribe to my newsletter there, and you can get information from all kinds of other places about what I do and how I do it and what I teach. So let's get back to the question. Do you need to quiet the title on a property that you purchase at a tax sale foreclosure? Now, and actually there was a two-part question to this. Do I do this as a regular thing? Is it something that I recommend? And the reason is, if you went out and purchased a tax sale foreclosure for a couple $1,000s or a couple $100s, to quiet the title you would have to hire an attorney, and it would cost anywhere between $4,000 to $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 to quiet the title. 6-month process. It takes a while, so it's actually kind of expensive and cumbersome. And if you do that for many properties, it adds up very quickly. So as an investor, you may not want to go through all of that. Also, it may not be financially reasonable to do it in order for you to make money, especially if you're working with very small profit margins. So this is the answer that I gave this person. The reason you would actually file a quiet title is really just, there's only two reasons. First, you need to get title insurance very quickly. The title insurance company is not going to insure the title unless it's a good title and the title has been quieted by this legal action of quiet title action. And if you don't have title insurance, you can't get a mortgage. So if you want to get a loan against the property, you do kind of have to do the quiet the title action. And the second reason is if you think that the title might be fought over for whatever reason. So if you think that there are still people out there that might still be interested and might come after the property. Usually this happens if the property is worth a lot, if it's like a couple $100,000 property and you kind of have information about the fact that somebody might come in after it and try to take it from you. The properties that I buy are very cheap. They're cheap to buy. They're also not worth a whole lot. So for somebody to go after you after a tax sale foreclosure would be just as expensive as just purchasing the property. So a lot of times it's not worth it. So I regularly, or actually almost never, quiet the title on any of the properties that I have. Instead, what I do is I sell them to the next buyer. Usually it's another investor, sometimes it's individuals, and basically you give them full disclosure, which you have to do by law anyways. So you tell them that the title isn't perfect, that there are maybe still issues with it, I didn't quiet it, this is how I acquired the property, and they're well aware of this. And a lot of times the buyers that buy my properties usually go ahead and hold on to it for a while. And after a certain amount of years, you get something what is called a prescriptive title. I've made a video about this, so search my YouTube channel for prescriptive title. Basically just means that the title gets itself good after a couple of years, so you don't have to worry about the quiet title if you intend to keep the property for a few years. In the state of Georgia, it's somewhere between 5 and 7 years. It just kind of depends. Title insurance companies require sometimes less than 7 years. Federal law is 7 years, so after that amount of time, if you held that property that long, you pay taxes on it, you get a prescriptive title, which is almost as good or just as good as doing a quiet title action. So you don't need to worry about it. So depending on what you plan to do with the property is whether you need to quiet the title. I typically don't do it. It's not always worth the money. It's just an extra expense and it takes a while, but if you want the peace of mind to have a very good title, a marketable title that can't be fought after, then you should do the quiet title action. So for more tips like this, go to my website, juliamspencer.com, subscribe to my newsletter there, and I look forward to hear from you soon.
For your free guide to real estate investing, visit juliamspencer.com.